only takes 3 clicks to turn my mic on. Now, hello. How are we? How are we doing? I see there are some people watching. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. SR and Freeze were here last night when I actually posted this. So, appreciate you. Hello, good evening. It's not evening, good afternoon. Hello. We've got a really good stream coming up for you guys today. Really, really one. Taylor, welcome! Yeah. It wouldn't come off. Hello, Taylor. How are you? You know what? It was so funny. Last night, I was thinking, oh, yeah, cool. I've got, because the PMSL America starts at like 11 p.m. for me. I was like, cool. Finally, I can be here for the Americas at least a little bit. And I was like, last night, yeah, I think I want to do that. I streamed last night or yesterday, and I went, I want to watch some esports today. And then I remembered it's not until Wednesday because, yeah. So I was like, oh, very sad. Panda, hello, hello. I mean, Taylor, the face could be for you if you really wanted it to be. But it was for this. Ow. It's still so hot. It's been here for a while now. This thermal does its thing. It is thermaling. So. What is the hair doing? The hair's not cooperating today. It might have to go up. Hi, Giot. I hope that's how you say that. Should I just have my hair up today? That might be the better play here. How can you be a good IGL? Good IGLs know their team. Good IGLs know the other teams. And good IGLs do not crack under pressure. The only interesting part is 3rd to 6th. I know. I'm kind of sad about that because 3rd to 6th is you're looking at 1 to 3 a.m. or whatever it is. What is it, 4 hours? So 1 to 2 or 12 to 2, and I'm trying to get to bed early, man. My usual used to be like 1:32, and that was not working. So now I'm trying to be like midnight 30 max, but should be more like 11:30. I cannot comprehend people who go to bed at 10 a.m., 10 p.m., or 9 p.m. It's like, no, that's not me. My father goes to bed at 10, generally. But I couldn't do that myself. Yeah, the hair is going up. Give me a second. The hair is going up. I can't do it. I'm back. Hair contained, at least for a little bit. I prefer mid, but it really depends on how your team operates. I was doing some analysis on TJB yesterday. They're playing the Ruthless, which was also today, and I was supposed to, oh my god. I've been all over the place in the last half hour, or last hour. If you can't tell, we are late, and I was really busy in my room today, like just spring clean, get it all out of there. And then I was like, okay, I don't have anything to do until stream. 30 minutes before stream, I go, I haven't actually recorded what I need, the game that I need for the stream. And that's going to take at least 30 minutes. So I was like, okay, I'm already going to be late. Cool. Then it was like, I still have laundry in the washer. I still have dishes to do. I still got stuff in the hallway from when I was cleaning my room that needs to be dealt with something. So the last 30 minutes before stream were hectic. So now I've just remembered there's something else I was supposed to do today. Batting 1,000. It's fine. It's fine. Red Dot, what's up? Panda, if you didn't hear me, I said hi. I said hi, but I have got a great stream up and running for you guys here today. We're going to be looking at the last game of EMEA. We're going to do a kind of a watch party, kind of a react, and then we're going to pause whenever chat. If you have something you want to pause to, we're going to pause and we're going to break down the play. We're going to chat about it a little bit. I'm also going to give you a little bit of insight onto how I would coach this, or how a coach would approach, you know, a couple of these plays, stuff like that. I'm now going to PMNC, give me small tips. Small tips would be, you gotta give me more to work with. You gotta give me more to work with. What is your big weakness, big strength? Give me those two and I can give you some tips. I'd hear you. Okay, cool, Panda. I don't want to leave you out, man. What time is it for you, Taylor? I know Panda's ahead. Why am I looking at the calendar? That does nothing. Oh, because the clock's there. Taylor, it must be, what, your East Coast? Are you, or are you Central? Either way, -6, 15 -6 is 9. 9 in the morning! Oh my god. 9 a.m., bruh. 9 a.m. That is crazy. Yeah, it's 11:30 for you? Jeez, alright. Okay. So, I'm gonna wait just a tiny bit longer. Get some folks in here, a few more folks who want to join, because we're gonna get right into it. And we got a lot to cover, so I want to make sure everybody's here and ready for it. Let me know if the music's too loud. It might be just a touch. Let's bring that. Choosing wrong places. Classic. This is my new camera, by the way. Or the Elgato face cam. 8 hours ahead of you? That would make sense. It's 3:30 p.m. right now. Yeah. Alrighty. So did y'all saw this, right? Who actually watched the game? Brute force aren't center, they fight their way in, just bully majority of the teams. They rotate in such a way the place they are playing from has less chances of multiple third parties. That is a whole sentence right there. Let me break this down. Aren't center, they fight their way in, just bully. They rotate in such a way as they're playing from. So you're saying they basically play mid and bully the center teams is what I'm hearing. Big strength, rotations, and close and long-range fights. So you're good at your stuff, but you choose the wrong places to do your stuff from. I would analyze. I would do a lot of analytic stuff right here, Tech. I would analyze the teams you're going to be playing up against. If it's PMNC, I would assume you're going to be playing scrims with them, and that should help. But if not, you're going to have to work something out with that. If you can't do that, that's kind of fine, because what you need to do then, and do anyway, but do it especially if you can't analyze the teams that you're going to be playing against, is I would be analyzing the map in its entirety. I would pick the best spots. I would find, you know, what works, what doesn't. I would be watching VODs of past tournaments with professional teams and see where they go and how that works for them, etc., etc. I have a whole video on how to choose your rotations and how to choose your strategies. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Rotation. That will help you choose the best positions. And depending on what works for your team, what your strategy is. So that's a really good video for you, I think, specifically. And I would just do a whole lot of VOD review, a whole lot of analysis, and try and pick and choose the best. It doesn't matter what the other teams are doing so much, as long as you know where the best spots are, you can decide whether to go for it, take it from another team if you have to, or go somewhere else. That's really what you should be doing. It kind of sounds like you really need to focus on your map knowledge and the metas, you know, kind of figure out where they come into play. Edge? They play Edge. Alright, okay. Well, that's cool. Red Dot been doing brute force analysis here. This game was an emotional roller coaster for me as an Effect fan. Yeah, tell me about it. I was sitting there just doing this the entire time. I was just like, Okay. Well, let's get into it, shall we? Let's just play, and hopefully the casters. We should be able to hear the casters. Yeah, can you hear the casters? Audio output capture. If I do this and then do this,
and you're right, they might just crash into
yeah,
force here.
we got it.
Coming down fairly quickly towards that position. Oh, this is so spicy. Kitsune, the front man, the rest of the team not quite with him just yet.
So this is at 1.25 speed. Please do, tech. Please do. I want to hear. This is 1.25 speed because I had to I had to record it quickly, so I've skipped part of the way. This is still really loud. There we go. Wait, what? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Hello? You can hear me. Why was the music not doing anything? Interesting.
Moneymakers on a mad dash from the southwest, and Moneymakers with it all to do. Currently, IWR and NRX with a much more survivable position. Yeah, I mean, out towards this western side, that eventually they're going to get.
Yeah, you can hear me. You couldn't hear them, the casters. Okay. So, I'm gonna make me a little bit smaller as well for this. No, I want it.
Finals this has been. And what a final game this will be. Oh my god, Moneymakers Havlik taken to the skies.
There we go.
He hops out and he's above power now. He's got cover with the vehicle on that roof line as well. And Icy's in the ground.
I don't know what's happening.
And they are spinning all around because they're able to hold the line for power against Moneymakers. This is all for to play for because power could drop out as well. Moneymakers defending. So we're
gonna be looking at things here. So it's a bit of a react, bit of a watch party, and then we'll break down, analyze all that. Power versus Moneymakers. This was a bit messy from both sides, to be honest. I think Moneymakers get it here. Yo. GG's. The thing is that it was so messy that they lost 2, which is very unfortunate. It's one of those things where you have those cars, right, and you all put them in the middle there, and then you get stuck on them while you're trying to run around. I'm not sure it was so unnecessary, though, Red Dot, because that was a really, really good compound. That's an excellent compound, and they were, if we go back, where's the... Am I going? No, I'm doing the wrong way. Ah. If you look at the map here, let's see. Yeah, they're here, right? The zone is not going to be, most likely, in this part. I mean, eventually it's going to have to center up. So what you're kind of looking at here is even if it goes 50-50 again, it's still a good spot, I think. I don't think it's unnecessary is my point, right? Because if they're there and the zone goes, say, this way, It's still a good entry point. They can still third party. They've still got an open area here. This is all open to them. So I don't hate that they took the fight here. Yeah, I don't hate that. When are the semifinals, Ojas? I just don't know anything about BGIS. I have not watched a single tournament, so I really wouldn't know anything about teams or anything. So that's the problem there. Game style of 4MV. Quietly aggressive is their playstyle, I think. Personally. They like to stay for a while. They like to chill. Whoops. They like to chill and then go for it. From what I remember, but I can't just pick a name out of a bag and go, "Oh yeah, I know everything about them." I don't remember a whole lot about teams unless I know them, like GG. Don't get me started on them, by the way. I don't know why they did so badly. 3D Max, I feel really bad for 3D because they are such a talented team. I mean, we've obviously seen so much from them, right? And they kept it so close. That's rough for Besiktas. But they obviously did such a good job. The points were so close. If they had won one game, it would have been game changer. But, you know. Woo! There you go. I do love those car moves like that. Brilliant from Besiktas. That's exactly what you want to do with Besiktas, with any enemy team. Gamerettes, Lamau. Hi, Max. There was a car on the roof? I didn't see it. But this was iconic. This was iconic from Besiktas here. And let's talk about this very quickly. Oh my god, this thing. Let's talk about it quickly. Oh god, don't go that far. What is this thing on? Oh, now we're just stuck. Lamau, it crashed! I was skipping around too much because, like, I just want to go to something very specific and it wouldn't let me. Okay. Let's go forward. To roundabout. No, that's too far. If I just do this, is that easier? Is that helpful for you? Nope, that's really not. God. Hang on. We're getting there. I just want to get to the beginning of the fight, dude. Here we go. We got it. Okay. So they get the first knock, first of all. That's rough. Alright, that'll do. And that's what we love to see, Red Dot. That's what we love to see. So, you have this, right? 3D Max should be able to have this just because of the zone. It's gate kept. Yo, that was rough for Besiktas. I don't know how they didn't get any of that. So, Poser's got this off angle. Nice one. Gets Snowyx, rip him. Comes in immediately. See the timing on that? Immediately. And he doesn't push forward as well. He doesn't push. We can go back ever so. He doesn't push this way. He doesn't push that way. He goes this way. Interesting. Like, and you could say, well, he could go forward because he's got off angle here, and he's got these guys who are going to come maybe that way, and they can do it that way. No. Look what they do instead, and this is something I keep trying to mention to people. Watch what they do instead here. He comes all the way around. So now, you've got somebody, if you look at the mini-map, can you see the mini-map? Not really. If you look at the mini-map, hang on. We're getting there, folks. If you see the mini-map, I'm just going to do that, right? Look at what we got. We got a guy here, here, and here. He used to be, so we've gone from a position of this, and this, still being gate kept, still doable for 3D Max to actually take away from Besiktas, take that opportunity away from them. Instead, we now have high ground, back angle, or sandwich position, and attack. Instantly. And I love how they just come flying over the ridge here as well. It's really, really fun. It's a fun way to do it. Just put that back here quickly. There we go. And so then you see them come flying off the ridge and around. Notice they don't stop right here. They don't stop. They go around. There's smokes everywhere. They can hear the engine. They stop here once they've already taken out Victor. Once they've knocked him, and then they start getting out. Then they start the attack some more, right? It's just one of those things where they create that chaos element. They create that uncertainty for 3D Max because they've already come flying over this ridge. Here they are. Are they going to stop? No, because Victor's got a DBS in hand. He doesn't want none of that smoke. So he's going to go into the safer smoke. He's going to go around. He's going to have the element of surprise here. He's got the engine rolling. Victor now no longer knows where he is. He's going to try and meet him because he thinks they're going back up over the ridge. Except, psych! No, they're not. Get yeeted. And so he does, right? So that was brilliantly executed by Besiktas here. I really like what they did with this. It was really, really well maneuvered. Everybody should be taking notes on that because that was an epic play. Alright, next. Let's continue. Yeah, that was a big rip. That was a big rip for them. I mean, they did win their group by a landslide. That was so much fun to be a part of. 3D Max just completely yeeting the lobby. It was so much fun. They just wiped Team Spirit for funsies with vehicles. It was great. Not sure what happened between then and finals, but... Or qualifications in league, I suppose, because they were in quals. Really, really good stuff from them. So obviously they can do it. It's just a little bit of a hiccup. It's fine. They'll be back later. Well, then, of course, you got Fireflux third party here, and this is where the nades go flying. This is another tactic. It's a slower tactic. It's not as aggressive, but you can certainly see that Fireflux are still doing some pretty good work here. The problem now is that the zone's moving in. And the other thing with Fireflux doing this is, for me personally, this feels a little too slow. Yeah, they're going to have to back off from this. So they've lost a player unnecessarily because the nades are fine, but they should have backed up the nades with something a little more concrete. You know, something made of iron, made of metal. A few bullets here and there might have been nice. But there you go. Moneymakers do go out. But that's okay. That's okay. They qualified. They were like second place. GG's to them. They have blown up over the last couple of weeks. Or this month, I suppose. Year. Hey, yo! Alright, Matic, sure. Yeah, Panda, let's go! 3.43 is awesome. Over 70 matches. Good job, good job. Yeah, we got a lot of players left. Can we just massive shout out to John and Blank as well? That was rough for them to do everything for 4 weeks straight. Insanity, absolute insanity. So just want to say big shout out to them. Very cool. Well, Panda's just OP. Whoa! I didn't even watch that, man. Gladiators, what happened to them?
Not quite as illustrious as maybe once we thought. They'll need to put this back together. In comes the crash. Nick the Galaxy up towards Team Spirit. Team Spirit need They don't have the power on the forward position to be able to do so.
Team Spirit, on the other hand, this is a team to watch.
Are they going to come in for the backup? He's still going to go for the nades. He's still going to go for the suppression. Galaxy in a little bit of a divot there.
I've never been a huge fan of a 3-1 split, but it does seem to be effective. I don't know, there's just something about it I've never liked. But it doesn't mean it's not effective and shouldn't be used. Yeah, patience is always a really good quality in a team, Red Dot. I think it's a good quality in everything, to be honest. So they got what I always like, and it's interesting to watch Team Spirit be out in the open like this, because this is a Gladiators thing. This is what Gladiators would have done. So that's always really fun to kind of see the similarities and figure out what is actually Kitsune in the Gladiators, what is Kitsune and what isn't. Because obviously, there's a lot of stuff that's just Kitsune. Oh yeah, this was huge. Everybody was just on the edge of their seat here. A lot of good nades. Nigma's doing a really good job here, but they are on that lower ground, which makes them more open to nades here. See, and also Nigma have actually put them in a great spot because put themselves in a great spot because they're kind of gatekeeping Team Spirit at this point, which is why Team Spirit are taking this opportunity. Team Spirit are also taking this because they know if they let Nigma stay here, then it's going to be an issue for them later on. They're going to allow them to have that ground, you know, give them an inch, they'll take a mile, that sort of thing. So they have to oust them out now, or they will become a problem later. Twisted came in like a crime boss. Did they? I didn't see them. Oh, are they behind? Yeah. Oh yeah, here you go. Yeah, this is rough. Now, and okay, so hang on. Pause. Let's pause. Okay. Notice that when Twisted Minds come in, there's even just a hint of something happening, right? Twisted Minds just kind of make a little sidestep. They kind of brush past Nigma on their way out, right? Right? Notice the second that they do, the second that Nigma's attention is distracted for just a moment, where is Naomi? Where is Team Spirit in general? Doing that. Immediately doing that. Just taking them out one by one. Not getting a single knock on themselves either. So this is a team that knows their peaks, they know their angles, they know their timing. Timing is so important. I don't know how to stress enough the importance of timing. So for me, thinking about if I was coaching Team Spirit, which please, I will. Yes, thank you. I would, there is literally nothing to say about that. Nothing. Here they are on the south side. Can you see? You can't see the minimap at all. Okay. We're gonna have to do a little bit of fiddling here. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe I just get another overlay that has this. Oh, that's a good idea. I just get, and then I can switch between the two. That's what I'll do. Okay. This is them, right? And let's go back a little bit as well. Can you? No, you can't. So I just want to go all the way back. No, not that far. So you can see here. So they did have a 2-2 split coming into this. Right? It is pure Chaos Panda. It is. It is. So highest solo squad wins 2. Total of 6 wins with 4 being solo squad. Dang. 15, 11, 9, and 7. Wow, Panda. You're popping off, man. GG's. So you see here, they did have a 2-2 split coming into this next zone. They did. Cool. Good for them. I like 2-2 splits. They're my favorite. That or 1111. Something that just gives all the control to you. I love those. Anyway. So I'm just fast forwarding here. You see, okay, they have a 2-2 split. Right about now is when they actually need to think about, wait, did Nigma come in? Wait. I thought Nigma rushed. Were Nigma always here? No, they came in. Okay, I wasn't crazy. So they kind of pushed up onto the duo, knew there was somebody there, and started going for it. Now immediately you see a 1-3 split. Great timing. Good. Kitsune, he always goes out first, so he's gonna be the guy in the 1-3. He's gonna be the one in the 1-3 split because he always goes out first. So that's fine. That's cool. However they want to split that. Probably best to have all three of those main fraggers up on the front lines, right? Cool. Nigma here. I don't mind the push. Obviously, they get there and they start hucking nades, and that's great. But they do have to watch their backs here, which we will see later, of course. But just paying attention to this, to the map feed here, to the mini map. You're watching them kind of go around. And here they are, they're doing their thing. Molly's back and forth. Look at the movement from Team Spirit here. Constantly moving, constantly figuring out the best angle, not being... If there's going to be nades, which we've already seen there's a lot of nades, they're not trying to be in the same place at the same, you know, in every other second they're moving. They're trying to evade those nades, trying to kind of garner information while staying alive. So it's a really good thing to have. They even go back over to Kitsune, which I'm not sure what that was about, but maybe that was, I'm not sure. That's fine. It's whatever. They're just running around. Running around. The first thing that I always say about the running around, about the car meta, which I love about the car meta, is that it creates this uncertain feeling. It creates this chaos, and that's what you want to create for the other team, right? This isn't chaos for them because they know everywhere, you know, they know what they're doing, right? They know where each one of their team is, each one of their teammates are. They know what they're doing. For Nigma, though, they're hearing 3 buggies just beyond the ridge running around. They hear them go around. They hear them depart. They hear them, the sound get quieter. And they go, okay, are they rotating? Are they coming around back behind us? We need to start looking. So they start looking in the opposite direction. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Let's try some nades. Maybe it'll bounce off. Maybe it'll do this. Maybe it'll do that. Let's waste our utility. Let's have a look, see where they are, run around a little bit more. Distraction, distraction, distraction. That's what they're doing here. That's what I love about the car meta so much. It's so good because Nigma... This is what Nigma are doing. Meanwhile, Effect's just chilling. Big running, big chilling. They got that information that they needed. Now it's time to get those nades going. The nades are good. Nigma defending themselves pretty well here. The problem is, like I said, they're on the downhill slope, which doesn't help them when it comes to those nades. The nades are easier to bounce into them in that position. Notice that Team Spirit as well, not really going over the ridge at all. They're really keeping to their side. They're not trying to be too aggressive with it. Get some Molotovs, get them out of the dip, get them up onto the ridge. Try and get them, push them further towards Team Spirit rather than Team Spirit having to go to them. Naomi going into the first person perspective because why not? Oh. There we go. Meanwhile, so Enigma Galaxy aren't doing badly here. But look, the minute, the absolute second, the second. I know I said this earlier, but we're doing more detail. Look at this. Enigma Galaxy doing their own thing. All of a sudden, Twisted Minds show up. Twisted Mind show up. Coops immediately. Oh my god, look at this guy. Let's shoot him. He is now getting shot. Who takes out Coops? Let's see in the kill feed. Naomi. This guy right here on the rocks. This guy takes out Coops because he's ready. He's ready for that. He's ready for anything. You're not going to see him fall or get distracted or miss an opportunity because they know. Right? And this is why, you know, Naomi effect, Nomi, that squad was doing a lot of good things last year. And it's because they have this timing, they have this focus, I suppose, because I wouldn't call Coops or Nigma unfocused, right? I'm sure if Team Spirit had Twisted Minds coming at them instead, there would be a similar picture going on here. I'm talking about just the instantaneousness of Naomi's shots here onto Coops. Because, again, we have, he sees them, he looks, there's green on the screen. There's green on the screen. Now, is that shot from Twisted Minds? Maybe. But why is there green on the screen the instant? And it keeps coming. Down he goes, down he goes, down he goes, knocked. To Naomi. Because he's behind that rock. They took that advantage to get up to that rock, and now they have eyes on them all. Just like this. Brilliant. Donk. Don't leave that in. So now you got Naomi and Nomi. They're looking at Twisted Minds as well. They're going, hey, we got both of them in the palm of our hand right now. Let's take them out. And the thing is that Nigma can't do anything about this. They're too far down, they're too covered, and they can't move from their position. Nades, good nade. Pushes forward. Another thing, you gotta push forward from the nade. Don't push back because it can bounce back. Right? Right? This is a big thing, and I talked about it in one of my PMPL Americas videos, I think. Or was it the Titan Series videos? One of those. Oops, too far. Talking about these nades, right? How when somebody chucks a nade at you, unless you can, unless you have cover elsewhere. Where'd it go? Come on. Where'd it go? Oh, no. We're too far. Dude, it would have been easier to use the web page, man. Okay, Twisted Minds doing the same thing Besiktas did. Again, car meta coming in clutch here. Yeah. Alright, we're just gonna play. It's easier. Okay, here we go. Nice. Good stuff. This. Yusef's gonna throw a nade, right? And the thing is that you don't want to... The nade's coming this way. It's coming this way. If you go back, you're kind of just meeting it. You're meeting it in the middle. You're kind of going, hey, high five. Right? Right? That's what you're doing here. If you do that. If you go, hey, I'll go back as well. Let me get away from this nade that might come too close to me. Let me get away from this nade. You're just meeting it. The other thing is especially if you go back as well, because this nade has the chance to bounce. But because its trajectory is this way, it's gonna bounce and then keep going. right? There's not all that much physics where it's not going to bounce and then go this way, because probably that's how it would work in the real life, right? No, it might bounce and then come this way, but it's not going to deflect. So, in that sense, you don't want to go backwards with this. The better thing is to flip the scenario, because Youssef is expecting this to make Naomi go backwards, to not push. What you do is you push. You do the exact thing he's expecting you not to do. Naomi, here comes the nade. Molotov to push him back a little bit. Youssef gets the nade, and you push forward. He gets a little bit of damage done, true. But it doesn't matter, because there's enough going on here. They did, Red Dot. Twisted had big advantage there. Same, Red Dot, same. No, Panda! That sucks! I hate that so much. I've had that a couple of times. That is just the worst. So rough. This isn't working. There we go. There. Was that better? That's better. There we go. We got it. Alright. Moving on. Naomi. So now they're up to 5 eliminations. They've got very much edge of zone. They still have Nigma to deal with. Nigma at this point should have this advantage. And this is what I would say to Nigma if I was coaching them. Right? What are you doing? Why are you sitting there? What are you doing? Because the entire time that this fight has been happening, they've been sitting there. And I'm just watching right now. So I think Team Spirit did knock him again, one of the players, Lord maybe. They do also have brute force, not bonfire, brute force in there as well, maybe looking at them. We don't see that perspective. It's possible. But if they're not, which I don't think they are, what are they doing? Because how easy would it have been to wipe Team Spirit if Lord had done something other than that? And Hyuknade, there's gotta be enough boxes over here, enough crates to get a few nades from if you're out, to get a couple of meds. Start chucking nades. The second that you're fine and you're good to go, while they're still in the fight, there's no need to wait for this fight to end here, because why would you? You know Twisted Minds are going to lose here. There was only one person left, and they would have known that. So why didn't they push here? Because now what's going to happen is they've stayed in their little cubby holes, and now you've got a team with 5 eliminations who's just almost wiped 2 teams. Go and get the extra 2. And it's just like, what are you doing? So that's what I mean when it comes to timing, right? Nigma had an opportunity to take back the fight, and that might have won them the game. Because they've gone, hey, we can do this. There's that momentum of like, okay, cool, we got it. We succeeded in that, we can succeed in the other thing. They've got enough of the circle here where they can have a little bit of a pick. Have a bit of choice when it comes to where they want to next go, right? So for me, this is a little bit of a no-brainer. Because there's Rove. Just no use whatsoever in this instance. Did nothing, served nothing, gave nothing, ate nothing. 0 eliminations. It's just, I don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe there's something that we're not seeing that made them not do that. Or maybe they just missed an opportunity, and that's a rip, because they didn't qualify. And they could have done. So, big rip.
Spirit is just ahead. Just ahead. And S2G, like
Hello, Soap. Welcome in.
will be pulled out. Team Spirit looking for more eliminations. They take one hell of a fight.
Wait, didn't Bonfire actually win this game? I thought Team Spirit did. No, Team Spirit won this game. No, they won. They won. I remember now.
What a wild way to finish this.
I just for a second I thought, oh no, did they actually not win?
It is 140 points is the mark blank. Currently, as it stands, Team Spirit would need 25 points on the game to draw level. I haven't checked the tiebreakers yet. They will started the game on 115.
Bonfire won?
You can see they're in that 6th place on 120.
No, Bonfire won the event. I know. They didn't win the game though. Team Spirit won the game.
Necessary. They've got
The
7
last game.
eliminations.
I'm sure they did.
To get a 25-point game, you need 15 total. They want 16 to be free and clear, and the chicken dinner. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, John. It's not going to be easy. The only team that's really going to be challenging them.
Oh yeah. Oh well, then my title's all wrong. Oh, what a shame. So sad.
Coming through from both Enigma Galaxy.
That's what you were talking about. The freezer. Yeah, that. Okay, now I get it. It's fine.
Yeah, this is a nice high ground position.
Brute Force actually have a really good spot here.
Team Spirit out.
Oi, language, Pranav.
Biggest challenge here.
Language.
For Team Spirit. Yeah, 8 more limbs to draw even. Now they have
So Brute Force obviously have a really good spot here. That was a really nice play from them.
win the tiebreaker regardless. So 8 eliminations.
S2G had a good spot, but the zone is not really giving them much to work with here, unfortunately.
Stages directly. Just want SCGs go down first, but if they can pick up football
No
as
problem.
start, this is great. Wild playing in the shadow of Brute Force right now.
Just trying to get the mini map in there for you guys as well, so you can kind of have a little look.
S2G, because they've only got 4 eliminations so far. 2 points, the tally would be nice. And again, as S2G has to leave this compound, they're likely to get shot out by the high ground angles coming through from Brute Force. But that circle somewhat keeps them in. That's so dastardly, but Team Spirit, we've
The zone continues to push to the north side. Technically, S2G should have a spot in this, but Brute Force may just end up being too powerful because, of course, they are still in zone. S2G have a harder time into zone than Brute Force do. You've also got Regnum Karya up to the north, so it's very busy there. I'm not surprised that S2G, or if S2G don't actually make it in. I was so focused on Team Spirit this whole game, I did not see anything else, so I really couldn't tell you what happened in this game.
having the number 1 team in it, and then 2 squads desperately battling out just to survive, John. RCB
Hey, yo.
potentially take a chunk out of Brute Force, but no.
Okay, so that's gonna be Regnum Karya out there. Whoa, Nomi, what you doing, man? What you doing, bruh? What you doing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay, for me, that was bad. It wasn't bad, it was scary. I didn't like it. That was risky. Big risk. Save Team Spirit right there. Pre-pod getting yeeted there by S2G. Really good save from S2G. At this point, because S2G, they're already top 4, right? They really, or top 3 even, they really just need as many points as possible. Especially when the points are so close like this. So they just needed anything they could get. I don't love that they went for that. I see it could have been necessary. They're trying to speed things up a little bit. I get that. They know they need every single point that they can get. That's cool. If they were feeling themselves, that's awesome. That's just big risk for me because that could have very easily gone very badly, especially with the zone closing in like that. I appreciate the initiative. I appreciate the aggression. I'm just scared.
6 more to draw level. They need everything in this lobby. They need
Once again, Brute Force effect, though. Effect, man. Doing the business. But does get that. There you go. Gets ticked away. S2G in a really hard position here. It's also very open. Didn't have a helmet. Does get knocked pretty immediately. It's really Brute Force's to win here. S2G, a good team. It's going to be hard for them to win it. Yeah, Team Spirit doing such a good job. It was going to be hard for them to win. They don't have any vehicles, etc., etc. To be honest, for Team Spirit, as a coach, I would go, that's fine. There's nothing they could have done here. They can just do their best with what they have. There's no way for them to genuinely get past this, especially once S2G start to move in. That should have been the end of them right there. I don't know how they hold on this long, to be honest. This is crazy. Brute Force is theirs to win. They just have to be really patient with this. S2G have done super well to get this far into zone, but again, it's kind of like, well, what were you supposed to do? Nothing, really. There's nothing they could have done. I think they could have done something a lot earlier. That they shouldn't have done it like this. That they shouldn't have waited till now to move in. That's what I would tell them. That they put themselves in that situation. The situation itself isn't bad because, look, top 3, 6 eliminations. But they shouldn't have put themselves in that position in the first place. That would be my analysis. That would be my coaching thing for them. Is they needed to do something a lot earlier, and they're acting like they're not a really. But for Team Spirit, I think they did everything because they've wiped 2 teams to get to this position. 3 teams even. I'm kind of like, they've done all they can at this point. The zone has gone the way they didn't want it to. It still came down to a 1v1 though, or 2v1. It still came down to a 2v1 after all of that. Great nade, just a little bit too short. So let's see how this one plays out. It's a 3v1? It says 2v1 on this side. Oh, I see what you're saying. It was a 3v1 because currently it's a 1v1 now. Nah, I don't think that was Team Spirit getting yeeted there. I don't think that was them messing up. I think the zone put far much more pressure on them than it did on who was it? Who was the last player of Brute Force here? I've gone back too far again, because why not? Oh, God, then it goes back. I don't get it. Dude, I'm about to die. I'm just about to die. Oh, Frizer. Yeah, you said that. Oh my God, idiot. The zone is moving in, sure, but it's moving in further on Team Spirit's side. Frizer had more room to work with here. Team Spirit were already kind of running on empty here a little bit in terms of the zone, in terms of the space they had. They had less cover as well. So I think they tried and did really well here. I think Frizer just timed it really well. Again, timing it to when they've not, either when they're reloading, when they're not shooting, trying to get them as, you know, when they peak, trying to get them when they start moving back in, so that they're not looking at the aim at the gun, they're looking at the person peeking, going away from the peak, that sort of thing. So I think that's just really good timing on Frizer's part. Obviously a lot of skill there, but I think he had more cover, he had more time, and he had more position to work with. Yeah, and there's always pre-fire as well. There's always that prediction of, you know, predicting where a team is going to be going, where a player is going to be peaking next. There's always that element as well. So yeah, there you go. That's the game. Gosh, I thought we'd be here a lot longer than that. But I mean, that's the game. There it is. I think we broke down quite a few things. Is there anything anybody wants to go back to? Go back to analyze, to mention, to discuss? The boys are so funny, though. So funny. GG's. I know we talked a little bit about casters in my Discord server. The beginning? What about the beginning? You want to go back to the beginning? Okay, we can go back to the beginning. Doink. There's the beginning. I know we talked a bit about casters in my server, but I get really tired of the casters. Oh, the Mount Roman! I get really tired of like the whole casters are biased thing. I really get tired of it because we work so hard to not be biased or to to not be biased towards a specific team in an event, right? We all have our favorites. I mean, I've been very open about who my favorites are, but I don't yak about them all the time. I will mention them. They're the easiest team to mention for me, but it's not something that I'm going to talk about and talk about and talk about, and none of us do. None of us do that. But because we are the English talent, right? We're the European talent, especially in this, right? You got the European talent, then you've got the Arabic talent, the Turkish talent, and there's another one. Is there another one? I think there might be another one. And so it's kind of like, well, we're the European reps for EMEA. So we're going to talk about the European teams. You know, if you're Turkish and you want to go to the Turkish channel, they're going to talk about the Turkish teams more, right? It's like, it's this thing of, well, because it's our region, we're going to talk about the teams that are in our region more than, say, the Arabic teams. But we're going to talk about all of them in their turn, but we might just focus slightly more on the European teams. That's not us being biased. That's us discussing our region to our region's viewers. It's totally different, but, you know, we don't mention S2G for more than 5 minutes, and, you know, we're biased. So it's just, I get so annoyed by that. Side note, blank blasted GG, and I love it, as he should, because what's up with that? MEA talks mainly about MEA teams. Yeah, because that's what you do. It's not being biased, it's just being from the region. You think it's like why I talk about the French team so often. I'm from France. Therefore, I support the French team. There you go. But I'm not biased. I'm not talking about them every 2 seconds. But when they win, I go, yeah. Sue me. Yeah. And because of course we're going to talk about the Enigma Galaxies and the S2Gs and the RCBs and the Powers, and they all did. You know. Yeah, and we're always really focused, really conscious about being excited for each individual team. You know, we're not going to be bored when S2G pop off, but we're going to be excited when GG do. That's just not how it works. Roman, you're new to the channel, hoping to learn a lot here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. I hope you learn a lot too. There's a lot of really good information on the channel, so I hope you learn a lot. Let me know what you do learn. If you want to learn more, there is actually a Discord server that we have. You'll find it in the description, and it's 24/7. Just strategy help, ask your questions, you know, get advice from the community. It's really, really good space. We also have esports news, esports event chats, and stuff like that. So if you want to, head over there. Are there any African teams? I'm not sure that any of the teams that played EMEA actually came from Africa. I know the Moneymakers did play in Africa for a little while. But I'm not sure who's actually African. I can look that up for you. Wikipedia. Let's look at that real quick. Awesome. Oh, hello, Onyx. Speaking of Onyx Ravens. Hi, Onyx. Hello, how are you? You've missed it. Well done. What's the European series? Did I know about this? Qualifier finals. I don't think I knew about that. Anyway, what are we doing? EMEA. Let's see. I don't believe there's anybody from Africa, technically. Let's see. Kazakhstan. Oh, Navi or... Oh, Navi, not GG. Okay, Navi. You have Iraq. Yeah, why Enigma Galaxy from Iraq? That's crazy. Okay, Twisted Mind, Saudi Arabia. Falcons, Saudi Arabia. Power, Saudi Arabia. Heroic, Middle East, just that. Brute Force, Russia. Moneymakers now from Europe, just Europe generally. Saudi Arabia, Russia, France, Russia, Turkey. No, there's nobody from Africa, specifically. They stole my name? Sure. Onyx Ravens are Egyptians. Oh, okay, cool, cool. Oh, you're from South Africa, Roman. Or the south of Africa. Like the southern half of Africa or South Africa? No, Taylor. No. If I'm not going officially, then I'm not going. Then I'm not going. Yeah. I am going to PMGC, and I've got another trip planned in the first half of July, so I'm not I don't have the funds to be going there on my own. So, not really something I'm thinking about at this point. If I go officially, like if I'm part of the crew in some way, then absolutely, heck yeah, I'm down. But just not on my own and not on my own money. NGX is a combination of Algeria, Iraq, and USA. Yeah, but the org is from Saudi Arabia, which is, I just think it's interesting that they're not using the org country like they normally do. Usually it's the org country. Usually. Like, who was it? Like UOL is German. UOL is German, but most of the... Oh, you can take that off. Most of the players were not actually German. Yeah, Taylor, I've only... The thing is, right, is it was never really something I even thought about doing. And then I went to PMGC. And now all of a sudden I'm like, hey, I could actually do that. Or I've gotten to a point in like the casting sort of thing where I'm like, you know, probably not this year. Like, I'm not saying, oh, I'm that level now or anything. I'm not saying anything like that. At the same time, though, it's something that is becoming more of a possibility. So it's entering my head, but, you know. Heroic isn't... That is true. That is true, Red Dot. And I did see a lot of that on the list, actually. There was a lot of... Onyx Ravens are Saudi Arabia, so they say. There's actually one player from Jordan, one player from Syria, and then 3 from Saudi Arabia. So the Onyx Ravens, according to Liquipedia, are not actually African. So it's like, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm not sure what's all that about. So. So, yeah. Well, as far as this analysis of the stream is done, we're done. Cool. So we can go over here now. We can sit and chat for a second. Let's get that music a little bit louder. Yeah, I know Black Cobra didn't make it. I know they didn't go. But I'm just saying. They're listed as Saudi Arabia. Oh, Cobra were the Africans. You said Onyx. You said Onyx Ravens were Egyptian. Black Cobra were African, I'm pretty sure. As you say. Oh, they don't have a Wikipedia page. Sad times. Gaming Gladiators. What a rip, man. I don't get it. So Frozen joins, AZ joins. Matic, or rather Meku, was benched the last day of EMSL. EMSL? Interesting. Quizzy is no longer with the team. But I don't think they're looking for another coach. Check the travel visas. Got it. I I don't think Team Gladiators are looking for another coach, but even when I contacted them about being the coach, the Gaming Gladiators, was it the head of esports? No, I think it was just their kind of representative, said, well, can you speak Russian? I was like, no. And he was like, that's gonna be a problem because they don't really speak English. I was like, yeah, that is gonna be a problem. That's crazy. And he went, yeah. So. Like, he was very nice about it, but he was like, the first question out the gate was, can you speak their language? Because no. Duolingo time? Absolutely. What languages are you learning, Taylor? Tell me all. How would I go about getting an African server? Because we play on Europe server. What do you mean, like a playing server? Oh, yeah. No, I see what you're saying, Taylor. Yeah. Yeah, for me. Well, Russian's really hard, man. Have you seen their alphabet? It's crazy. It's really hard. I don't know. I don't know French half well enough. I should focus on that before I learn Russian, man. Or before I learn a new language in general. That's rough. I'm like, you know, maybe I'm good. Arabic seems like a hard language as well. It seems like an easy language and a hard language at the same time. You know what I mean? It has those vibes. I know a tiny bit of Korean. I would love to work for a Korean team. They seem like such fun. The casters are amazing. The gameplay's really, really good. I would love to work for a Korean team. But I don't know enough Korean, I don't think. I know enough to kind of maybe guess at what they're saying. But PL would also be cool. That would be an awesome thing, but again, I have zero knowledge of Chinese. So the language would be an issue. But if there's like a translator sort of thing, then that would be awesome. Like, I know Blamus, who used to coach the Gladiators. He's now with S2G, but of course he doesn't speak Turkish, they don't speak Russian, etc. But they have a translator. So if that was gonna be that sort of thing, Shifan translates, I would love that. Honestly, NHP. Let's just coach NHP, man. That'd be awesome. That'd be so much fun. So, yeah, there's options. I would be down. NHP, PEL, Korea. Obviously, you know, a team that wants to hire me because I keep getting rejected, man. But hire me, yes, please. Hire me. I did good that one time. I have tried multiple times to get into coaching 3D Max, multiple times, and I've gone through their manager both times, and I think the thought was that they didn't want to coach, that they either didn't work well with a coach, or they were just like, you know, they had those kinds of players that were also coaching themselves. There's a few that have done that, so they obviously are doing really well. Yes, I know they got last place, but I think that was a bit of a fluke, and it was very, very close. Again, they were only last place because somebody had to be, not because they did badly, I think. So, 3D Max obviously doing very well for themselves. But I would be so down to coach them. 100%. I want to hire you, but I'm so broke. I know. No, not that I know. That's not I know you're broke. No. But, yeah. A franchise system like PL, you must have a coach. Yeah, I think every team should have a coach if they can afford it. I think it's difficult to afford it because coaches have to make a living too. And when you have what is practically a full-time job, at least a part-time job, you've got to pay accordingly, and most teams can't do that. If you're in a franchise system, then obviously, yeah, you can. Which is kind of another reason why I've been pushing for... Pushing? Have I been pushing, or have I just been in favor of franchise system for all regions? I think it's really, really cool. I think it's really, really good. I think it stops players from team hopping every 2 seconds, because contractually that makes a lot of issues for orgs. You don't see teams gain any sort of synergy and kind of stick it through, so a franchise system would help with that. I think having a transfer system would be awesome. Yeah, Red Dot. I think transfer system would be epic. I would love to see that. It gets this kind of it's like an event. You know, you've got a lot of stuff going on. It brings in money for the orgs. It brings in money for the players. Exactly. I love that idea. And I also think it just funds everybody a lot better. It funds the org, it funds the players, it funds the staff, it funds the coaches. So, I think as a region, specifically Europe, I think most teams are too poor to have the infrastructure to succeed. And that's a real shame, because we have some really talented people, but unless you go to a big org, you're not going to have that issue. You're not going to have the support that you need. Hype and entertainment, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, this is my 2 thoughts. My 2 thoughts, my 2 cents. Yeah, Red Dot. Yeah, and I think we're seeing Tencent try to do that with the PMSL partnered org type thing. I think we're seeing a lot. I think we're seeing Tencent try to push for something similar, if not the same thing. Something similar for sure, because yeah, you do now have Heroic, which is a massive org in PUBG Mobile. You have NRG is here now in America. You have Navi is back. Who else? S2G is a big org. They're still a big org. They've been in here a while, but now they're partnered, so they have that incentive to stay past, one PMGC win, that sort of thing. Twisted Minds, they've been around forever, so that's really nice. Virtus Pro been around. It also helps them as well, some of these teams that have been around a very long time, which is nice to see. So yeah, I was surprised that 2 partnered teams did not make it. Wait, team 3 partnered Falcons didn't make it? Dude. How did Falcons not make it? Listen, I was watching CSA with Max and Jason. As soon as that was done, in half an hour, it was EMEA. I did not have the stamina for 2, so... so I missed EMEA League, most of it. I was watching CSA, man. I like VPE. Vampire's very good. I love Vampires so much, because they're a controlling team, and I like that. Enigma, yeah. Three qualifying teams. Big GG's. Big GG's. Because, as they should, absolute kings. Yeah, Enigma, let's see. How did they... Wow, Nigma dropped all the way down to 11th with that last couple of games. That's rough. Yeah, because look, 5th place is 131 points, right? Qualifying is 131 points. Last place is 92 points. That's not a lot. You're talking 40 points. You're talking 2 to 3 really good games between 5th and last place. We never see that. Usually last place is 50 or 60 points, somewhere like that, right? And they were 92. So I do not hold that against 3D Max in any way, shape, or form. They just had a less good day or less good weekend than everybody else, and that's all it is. Because between 5th and 13th is 30 points. So 5th and 13th are 30 points difference. Most of them are tied. So that was a rough weekend for everybody, I think. So what I'm saying is S2G could have qualified. RCB could have qualified. Fubottalis. VP. Very interesting that VP did not qualify. Enigma didn't qualify. Fireflex. I don't know what's up with Fireflex. They're usually a lot better than this. Made only 19 points after day 2. After day 2? Nigma only got 19 points in 2 days? No, that doesn't make sense. I don't get... Wait. Rephrase that, red dot. That doesn't make sense to me. What are you saying, sir? They made only 19... After day game 1. They made only 19 points. Are you saying they got 100 points or 80 points in 2 days and then only got 19 points in day 3, 2 and 3? Bruh. That's rough. That's bad. That's a big rip. But you know what? I know their coach is right on that. And that's okay. I think we're gonna wrap up here, guys. It is 20 to 5. I've not had my 4 o'clock snack yet. I want to eat. That's insane. That is insane, Red Dot. Something happened. Somebody had an argument. Somebody broke their foot. I don't know what happened, but that's rough. Why is my nose crooked? No, it's not. Okay. It just looked kind of crooked for a second. Well, thank you, Taylor, for being here, and you too, Roman, for being here. I appreciate you all. Yeah, we'll be back. I'm gonna try and do these streams probably Tuesdays and Thursdays, these analysis streams. And then gaming streams, we're doing them kind of when I remember to do them, but Fridays and Saturdays mostly. So we'll see how it goes, but hopefully if I have something to analyze, I'll be back Thursday with another analysis stream. Until then, I appreciate you all being here and interacting in the chat and, you know, being on this journey. The video from this stream will be up probably either by the end of the week or next week. So if you want to watch this stream but don't want to watch the stream, you can watch the video that will be out. So that'll be cool. Set my notifications to all. Roman, yes. King, let's go. Thank you so much. That's what we need. The channel loves you for that. Excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna go now, but thank you everybody for being here. I will see you Thursday. Until then, goodbye. No, thank you, Red Dot. I know you can still hear me, because this is cool. Bye, everybody.